Hello everyone, this is Simran Verma from Informat. In this video, we will be discussing about Match Pair Egress in MDM SaaS. In this session, we will be discussing about overview, mapping to be created and a job definition followed by the demo. After October release, we have a feature where we can export match pair by creating a egress job, either for specific match job or for all the jobs till date. And this can be done only via B360 FEP connector. But still we can download only 150k match pairs which was there before as well. And via egress job, we can export maximum of 20 million of match pairs. In case if we have match pairs to be exported more than 20 million, then the job will fail and then you can raise a ticket or a request with GCS asking to increase the limit. As mentioned earlier as well, that we need to choose FEP connector in mapping and we need to select match pair in source transformation mapping. In this we'll be creating a job definition of egress only, and the job definition we'll be selecting the MDM egress process, the same we do for the egress job. The image is a sample export of match pair which we will go through while demo as well. Now let me walk you through the demo. So I have my data integration already launched and I have a demo sample everything created. So we'll be doing the same thing as we do in egress. We'll be creating mapping with source and target. In source, as I have mentioned earlier, that we'll be having B360 FEP connector, and for object we'll select the match rel for person business entity. This we'll be doing, followed by a mapping task for the same and then a task flow. This task flow will be using in the job definition. So I have my B360 also launched and this is one of the job definition I have already created for reference. So process I have selected at MDM egress as I have mentioned, and the task flow will be mapped as task as I have shown before as well, that I have created task flow 3. So I have mapped it in my job definition and we can run the job. So I have triggered my job and we can monitor it from here. For since it will take time, so I have it already triggered for our reference. So this is the job, how it looks. This will not acquire the log. So when you are triggering this job, make sure you do not run the match and merge job at the same time, so that the pairs will be generated correctly and it will not have any impact. So for us, the job is taking time. After this job is finished, you will have a CSV file generated in your secure agent, same as you have observed for your previous egress jobs. So for our reference, I have already taken the export from my secure agent for the previous running job. Let me show you the same so that we can refer how the output looks. So this is the reference file which I have generated from my previous job. So for your reference, if you could see, it extracts source P key and the business ID associated along with the source system, create date, last update date, and the user details. Also it will let you know the state of the job, which is meta state is active and the match and merge state is consolidated or matched. If you could see, I have all such pairs. And this also gives you the relationship ID, relationship name along with the business entity ID and the business entity name. Business entity ID is the GUID of business entity, followed by the from and to details of the record. It will give you source P key, source system of both from and to, as you can see here, along with the population file details and with and with which user, yeah, with the user details as I have mentioned before as well. And let me walk you through more information. Like you could see here, it will have rule set name, rule ID, the score with which the both the records has been matched, the job instance ID, and the match outcome shows whether it's an auto pair or a review pair, followed by the match rule version, population file, and also you can see the match criteria you would have defined and the match model name. So the output file will give you the source PK source system, but it will not give you the PII data. If you could observe here that this file is for all the jobs which we have triggered till date. As you could see, this person job instance ID is one value, but if I click on the second row, it shows the different value. Therefore, it has data from the two jobs, match and merge jobs, whereas we can have an option where we can filter it out. Suppose you want a match pairs generated for one particular job instance ID, or suppose you want to take out only review pairs or only auto pairs, so you can perform the filter in your mapping itself. Let me show you that as well. So in your mapping, if I could come over my source, click on source, and then here under source you could have an option as query options. Okay, and here you have configure. Click on configure and you can add your query. Suppose select the object and then field. You want to filter it out based on job instance ID, then you need to select the respective value from the drop down. You could see, okay, person underscore job instance ID. This you need to select in field, and you will be selecting equals, and you can pass your value, the job instance ID value, whatever you want to pass. Similarly, suppose if you want to take the export of only review pairs or auto pairs, so you can select the value as person underscore match outcome, and then equals, you can define here review or match auto merge pairs, and save. And this way, once you save this, make sure if you have mapping already created and later you are performing these changes, then make sure you unpublish and publish your task flow and then trigger the job. This way you can also add filter and take the export of the match pairs based on the job instance ID or based on the review or auto pairs, whatever is as per your need. This way you can take the export from now. Let me reiterate the same. It will only take the export of 20 million pairs. In case if you have more pairs, then the job will directly fail, and you can raise a request with the GCS in order to either increase the limit, or if you have more number of review pairs, take an action on top of that, make it less than 20 million so that you can take the export. This is it from my side. Also, we would like to hear you if you have anything on support videos at informatica.com or twitter.com/infasupport. Thank you so much for your time and patience.